Opening statement.
Yeah, it was a tough game. And then the first half, it was kind of a tale a little bit. We got off to a great start. We were ready to play, and then we just had a couple bad runs. And it's when you have games like this, always kind of embrace setbacks as a chance for us to get better and learn. And we got to figure out how to be good against a team that's really good. And Mississippi State's a good basketball team. They've been blowing out everybody they're playing, and so I thought I was proud of the effort in the second half. You're sitting there, you're looking at it, and we're down 5 with 4 minutes to go, and we're right there with a chance to win the game. Through all that, we're 3 for 21 at one point from 3-point line, and we're still right there, and had a chance. And then Claudell Harris made a heck of a three, a step back three and tough shot, and that kind of took some life out of us, made it tough, but. I'm learning about the team. I loved the response we had. I thought the guys didn't. They figured the game out. They competed, and we had a great crowd, and hopefully they come back, keep supporting us, and I know we'll get better.
Questions for Grant?
What sparked the defense there? It felt like when you were down 22, you picked up the intensity. That's when you made the run. What was the difference?
We just we got in the huddle and we talked as a team, and Coach made emphasis that this game's not over. They made their runs and it was our turn to make ours, and it started on the defensive end and getting locks, 3 stops in a row, picking up the intensity, getting steals, getting out in transition. And I think that's when our team's at our best, is when we're doing that. So just putting an emphasis on that and executing it.
Grant, with all your opponents going forward being really difficult SEC opponents, what do you think are the biggest things that need to happen to have different results from tonight?
That's a good question. I would say, I think the one good thing to take away from this is we really dug ourselves a hole, and we got down like 22 points, and we fought back. So, you take that out of the game and we play solid the way we know how to play. I think tonight could have turned out different. What led to that run is them getting easy buckets, our defense breaking down, and so we just got to stay true to our principles in order to beat these teams that are really good.
Chris had 10 first half turnovers and then only 3 in the second half. What did you change from a playmaking perspective to help with that?
It was honestly just being more confident with the ball. We changed up our offense a little bit, and Coach put our players in a good position to succeed, and that led to AJ and TT making really nice plays, and just when it comes to taking care of the ball, we got a better feel for the game. It was an insane environment, and just getting more comfortable with the flow of it.
Great. That was probably one of you guys' more inefficient offensive performances of the year. Just what did they do specifically to make that difficult for you guys?
Yeah, they're a good defense team. They forced us into difficult shots, but I think we did get some good looks that we just happened to miss. And like Coach said, we didn't shoot the best from the 3-point line. We were 3 from 21 at one point. So just getting in the gym, getting shots up, making sure that doesn't happen again.
Tyler Tanner had one of his better outings in the last couple of weeks today. What did you see from him, and what kind of player is he for you guys?
He's a stud. He's a spark guy. The fact that he's freshman putting up crazy numbers of assists and 0 turnovers. He has an insane feel for the game, and he's been doing it all year. So seeing him do it on this big stage is really cool. And just seeing him, we've seen it the whole year in preseason and in the regular season. So it's awesome to see him do it in conference.
What was the plan against Hubbard tonight?
Just play hard. They set a lot of go screens, so staying solid on those. He makes a lot of tough shots, so just forcing him into contested shots, and I think TT and our other guards did a really good job of that.
We had 1,000 career points for you tonight, despite the loss. What does that mean to you, and how does it feel to be able to reach that milestone?
It's awesome. Definitely would have rather had a win, but I actually didn't know that. So, good feeling, but on to the next game.
All right, thanks, Ray.
Mark, the things that have been the backbone of your successful identity, the forcing turnovers, the getting easy buckets, the passes for the easy twos, things like that you've done and didn't go down the line. Was that just a matter of them being good enough to keep you from doing those things?
Yeah, I mean, we got out of character. Giving them credit, I think they did parts of that to take us out of our character of what we've been. We started great, and I thought we had good control, and then, it's we got down when we missed shots, and that impacted our defense, and we had some foul trouble in the first half that extended some guys' minutes. I think we lost some defensive energy, and I think our missed shots cost us some defensive energy. Jason Edwards is playing with an injury, and he can make more shots than that, and he's better than that. And Tyler Nickel and all these guys are really good shooters, and sometimes it's a tough night, and it was a tough night, and there was a lot of things going wrong, and then you still look at it, you're like, oh, we're down 5, and you're like, all right, that's encouraging. And now we got to fix some of those things. Our offense execution wasn't good, and like I said, they did take us out. Their size, their length, their pressure, they're trapping the ball, us not being smart with the ball, us not passing on time. There's some things to fix there.
With Jason, was that a hip pointer or what was it?
It's a lower body injury.
Lower body.
Yeah.
Was that significant in slowing him down tonight, or was that more of what the defense took away?
Probably both. I mean, he wasn't able to practice last 2 days, and I probably should have held him out tonight. He wanted to play. He begged to play, and I probably should have held him out.
You mentioned the size and the length that Mississippi State has. How did you feel like that impacted you guys, especially on the defensive end?
Yeah, I mean, they got good defensive schemes, and there's good defensive players. And there was times where we went to places we weren't supposed to go. And the most frustrating thing that I wish I could have helped the guys out with more is when the game was going the wrong way, we tried to do it on our own. We didn't do it as a team. We didn't execute. We didn't move the ball. Guys wanted to solve it on their own, and it made us look worse. And so I got to fix that. It's on me to be able to help in those situations. And we haven't been in a situation very often of seeing that, and then you see it today, and now you're like, all right, I know what to work on once we start practice back.
You feel like you can learn something about your team coming out of a game like this, especially when they try to take it in their own hands a little bit?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you learn from everything. I mean, we break down the film. We're going to watch it, and we're always doing it this way. We're always saying, all right, here's what we're doing right, and we're emphasizing that, and then here's the things we got to fix. And whether we would have came back and won the game or lost the game, all that was there for us. Some things we did right, and some things we definitely got to fix.
Next up against Missouri, what would you say is the number one thing you're kind of trying to fix the next few days and really get right?
Yeah, I mean, getting to the film and then and kind of looking at that. So if you said number one, I might need 10 things, and that wouldn't be one. That'd be 10. It is getting comfortable and practicing and getting used to playing, and here's the deal. Like, I want to figure out how to get good against good teams. You can still get good beating a bad team or a lesser team, but this is going to be a team that's I don't even know what their ranking was. Was it
14?
14. All right, and they deserve it. Probably even higher. All right, they're beating everybody badly, and so I want to figure out how to get good against a team like this. And we're going to embrace setbacks. There's a setback tonight. We're going to embrace it. We'll learn from it. We'll get better from it.
Cut it to 5 with 4 minutes left. Carey came out. What went into that?
He was exhausted. He was playing so hard. He was absolutely exhausted. And it was one defensive segment. And then if you notice, he went back in 30 seconds later. He was, man, he banged his leg up too. And we just had to give him a quick break.
When Hogard has his better scoring nights, it feels like there's a little bit of turnover there. What's kind of the balance of letting the game come to him and you telling him to assert himself?
You said turnovers with the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he had to do a lot tonight. And, he was he really got us going early of being really strong on ball screens, making decisions and finding himself and other guys around him. And then they started trapping him, taking it out, and he'll learn from it. We're putting him in situations where he's got to make those plays, and there's going to be nights where, and he'll do this, where he's going to be high assist. He's done that. Tonight there was probably, one or two of them that I'm sure that he regrets, and there's some of them that are okay turnovers. If he's being aggressive, you can't be extremely aggressive and try to just be perfect all the time.
All right.
All right. Thank you all.